Purge. Welcome back to the attic, dog. We have another film to dissect. Can't tell you whether it's hot or cold. It's kind of mild. The Forever Purge. Coming to us from home at release.
Let's jump right into our film review. The Forever Purge. Well, first of all, this is an R-rated movie.
Yes,
also
children.
is not for kids.
Not for you. Not for you, children.
If you've seen any of the other Purges, we all know what it's about, and it's something that 17 and younger should not be watching. So, 16 and younger, because I think older movies are for 17 and older.
17 and older.
So, The Forever Purge. There's not much that I have to say about this other than it wasn't really a great movie. It didn't fall in line with any of the other Purges. Is this a prequel? Is this a sequel? The storyline really wasn't good. The acting really wasn't good. It didn't have my attention. It didn't keep my attention during the entire thing. The music didn't scream out to me. There wasn't anything with cinematography. I can go on and on of the things that just didn't make it good. Now, granted, some of the violent scenes that were shown for adults, they were cool to see, but there weren't many of those either. So all in all, and I hate to go really low, but if I had to say, we all know now what A range is, and we know B is very close, and we know C is average, and we know D is like meh. So I'm gonna give it a D+.
The Forever Purge, the 5th installment of the Forever Purge. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, there will be a 6th movie. This is another one of those franchises that is a long living past its life cycle. Shouldn't be going on anymore. I feel like they're just taking genres and mixing it with horror now. So they're like, oh, well, let's just do a Western scary movie. Yeah, no. This was bad. In a word, the story, was not good. And was there even a story here? When you have to ask that question, ladies and gentlemen, you know what's going on. The music is the same generic. It's just so generic music, like generic scary music, generic music. It was very generic to me. The cinematography, was there any shot that I was like, oh my God, this is amazing, I need to rewatch that again? Absolutely not. Acting, no one. If we were giving out awards for bad acting, we'd have some candidates, folks, but not good at acting. Just across the board, folks, this is a bad film. If you're a Purge fan, you might enjoy this because you've been with the Purge for 4 or 5 films, and you're like, this is my franchise, this is my thing. I enjoy it. You might think this is a great film. You may put it up there. But for those of us that aren't Purge fans, and we're just kind of in that kind of genre that they're in, and we kind of like those movies, you aren't gonna like this. I mean, you being fair and sticking to our criteria, gotta give it a D. I'm not gonna fail it, but it was really close.
I will, and it's funny that you say what you say about generic horror music. We've been doing this for a while with horror movies, and it's almost like, do they not have a formula down on how to make music that's actually terrifying? I've seen very few horror movies that do it, and then you have the standard generic music. Maybe they're using the same track, the same one CD for years, but it's not something that terrifies me. I mean, movies in general are supposed to bring you in and feel something. If it's comedy, it makes you laugh. If it's action, it has you synced in and in tune with whatever's going on. Horror, it has you scared. And music plays a huge part of that. There's there's nothing about this movie. If you can take away the fact that there's not good acting, that there's not good cinematography, that is not a good storyline, but you had really good music that terrified you, that might, because it's a horror movie, if the music terrified you that much, but it was a crappy storyline, might still be higher than a D plus or a D.
Right.
I quite honestly feel that way deep down, that music is a sell point. And if you're not terrified because you're using that generic music and the generic jump scares and the generic, it's a horror movie, it's rated R. Show something that's really R-rated and messed up. Now, if you want to go to a jail cell and talk to some of these criminals and find out some crazy stuff on their mind, then do that. Get Hans Zimmer in here and do some amazing things with music. You don't need great acting in a horror movie. I can't think of it.
Can we have okay acting?
You just need to be an okay actor.
He didn't even get okay acting here. That's the problem.
You just need to be an okay actor to be in a horror movie. You don't need to have Denzel Washington, Will Smith, and Daniel Day-Lewis inside of a horror movie for that to be good. Okay?
Right.
Mediocre. So the acting's nothing. Cinematography, you can have cool shots, but that's not even the sell point. I really would say that's for fantasy, maybe thriller action. You know, cinematography can be good inside of horror movies. You can definitely have some great shots, but music, I think sells it all. So that's
generic.
That's all that we have for you guys today to talk about this movie. It's not to knock it, like Emmanuel said, and I agree. If you guys like this franchise and these kinds of movies, then you'll love this. This is right up your alley. If you like horror movies, even those low budget horror movies that aren't really that good and have all those components, you just like to go in there and see stuff happen with horror action and killing and violence and whatever. If that's your thing, then this is the movie for you. Other than that, it may be a one-time watch, but is it worth the watch? That's all I have to say. So please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We want to thank all of our viewers and all of our subscribers for tuning in and joining us here on Bowie Films channel. And as always, this has been another exciting episode of Filmatic.